I would now like to call upon, not a stranger, a former Winnipeg Board of Jewish Education board member, Rob Dalgliesh, our new Director of Teaching and Learning.
Good evening, everyone. I am so excited to be here, and I'm so happy to finally have landed. Starting tomorrow, I'll be here most afternoons. My school division has granted me some transition time, and while I continue to be a teacher in Pembina Trail School Division at Oak Park High School until the end of June, they've been very generous in allowing me to be here. So I look forward to meeting with staff members and getting to know them better, and with family and children. So if you see me in the hallways, please approach me, say hello, so I can get to know you a little bit better. A bit about me: I'm a Winnipeg boy. I grew up here, went to Silver Heights Collegiate. I've been teaching for 30 years, 27 of them in the public school system. I started my teaching career with the Canadian military, teaching with the cadet movement and the reserve movement. And I went to Brandon University for my undergrad in education and in music, and headed from there. Over the course of my career, I've taught English language arts primarily, along with music, band, instrumental music, choral music, musical theater, that sort of area. Shortly thereafter, after I started to become very interested in technology. Those of you that have been in the teaching career for a while, you remember that day that black box wound up on your desk and they said, "Here, it's a computer, use it." Of course, I was intrigued, and that has been very much a goal of mine, is to become quite technologically savvy. I hope to be using that along with my new position here, but I want to emphasize that as the Director of Teaching and Learning, that technology is not the heart and soul of what 21st century learning is about. Technology is an element that we all need to be prepared to use and to understand. But we're not going to be throwing out the old good teaching stuff just to make way for a computer on a desk. There's some fabulous teaching going on, and we'll be celebrating that, and I hope to inspire people toward using some of the new ideas that are out there. I was thinking that one of the things I need to do for you is to make you understand what 21st century learning competencies are. And so I took a few cues from my own school division's education. They have given me great mentorship and allowed me to explore this subject matter. So today the term 21st century learning is widely used when speaking of preparing students for their future, as Lori mentioned. You don't envision graduating kids for today. You graduate kids for tomorrow and the years to come. For quite some time, learning competencies and skills have been identified and integrated as core outcomes in several successful education systems throughout the globe. This integration is seen as a way of ensuring that students are well equipped to meet the demands of the modern world. Knowledge and innovation are believed to be at the core of success in today's life. Examples of the competencies that I'll be stressing are creativity and innovation, critical thinking and problem solving, agility, adaptability, and the capacity for lifelong learning. Teamwork and collaboration in virtual teams and in face-to-face situations. Initiative, self-direction and entrepreneurialism. Proficiency in one's mother tongue to ensure effective oral and written communication skills, and multiple language exposure, which Gray Academy does so beautifully. Cultural awareness, making yourself a member of the world and understanding that beyond these walls there is a life. Digital competencies, the ability to effectively access and analyze information, including digital information. Being able to write at the university level, academically, setting our kids off for that future that we want for them. In order to focus on the learning needs of each student, a continued shift in the traditional model of teaching needs to evolve. The essence of the shift is the need to move away from the sage on the stage. This is a colloquial term that we use. The idea that the teacher is the holder of all knowledge and the student will perhaps get that from the teacher if they listen really attentively. We instead will be graduating kids that will be in charge of their learning. Today's graduate will be successful in their future by being a product of a learning environment where teachers don't hold the knowledge and where students passively receive and recite it. The business of learning belongs to the student, and as such, must focus on the learner, with the teacher providing valuable supports and facilitation. One mentor of mine always said the best way to learn is to actually teach the subject yourself. Hand over the lesson to the student in the classroom and have them deliver it. Can they teach you? Can you pass their test? Can they pass their own? The shift affects learners by engaging them in the identification of problems to be solved through learning, the researching and creation of information to solve those problems, and the analysis of the world they live in and how this all applies to it. Students develop collaborative skills as they reach out to peers and resources in the school, in our community, and beyond to complete real-world projects that are relevant to their own lives. These outcomes focus on enduring concepts and skills to allow for deeper learning. The experiences will be inquiry-based, student-driven, with meaningful and personalized outcomes. Flexible learning opportunities and spaces are provided all within a learning environment rich in information and communication technology. These are all areas of my passion, and I hope to share them with staff and with students, and to carry Grey Academy into the rest of the 21st century. Thank you.